What is good, everybody? Welcome back to yet another episode of Major Money, and we are continuing our hot streak. We went 3 for 3 on Friday, the ever elusive 3 for 3. We had been on a rough streak of hitting 3 for 3s. We've hit several 2-and-1s in a row. We finally hit the 3 for 3 though, and it could not have come at a better time. Ross also hit his family play. So we'll talk about this more on Friday, but we now hit back-to-back family plays, and we're wanting another positive record Sunday night football. We've been pretty solid at Sunday night footballs, so we're going to continue that streak hopefully today. I have 3 props as always, and let's get right into it. But before we talk about the props, we're going to talk about our new member offer. Play $5, get $50 instantly if you use the code 5, F5VE. Like I said, play $5, get $50 instantly. You don't even have to hit that bet. Instant value, the best value in sports betting is the free money they give you. So be sure to do that. Then you can use that $50 for Taco Tuesdays or discounts that they do and just keep stacking on the value there. But with our props today, we are going to go with field goal kickers first. And I'm going to go to field goal yards. I think this one's a fun one to play. Obviously, there's no scoring data available, but it's over 129.5 field goal yards. I think this game actually is going to be lower scoring in the sense of touchdowns. I think there's going to be several field goals for both teams. And it is kind of a hedge from doing like each individual's 1.5 field goals or whatever the prop might be, because Brandon Aubrey hits bombs. He could hit this himself in 3 field goals very easily. He just never misses field goals, and Dallas has been kicking a lot of them as of late. As well as I still don't believe in Pittsburgh's offense. I think they might be able to move the ball on Dallas's defense that is not great, but then still struggle when it matters the most to score. So I think Boswell will hit 1 or 2 field goals as well. I think this will hit pretty easily, as you got 2 good field goal kickers that can hit deep ones. Then we're going to move on to a rushing prop, a former Dallas Cowboy great rusher, kind of back. I hate the word wash because they're still a pro athlete, but we're going to go Ezekiel Elliott, over 15.5 rushing yards, hits 4 of the last 5. And he's been right around this several times, so it is kind of a sweat. But I think if he gets just a couple attempts here, 4 or 5 attempts, he will hit this with breaking one out about 6-7 yards or so. I think this is going to be more of a possession game than probably a lot of people think, especially for Dallas. Pittsburgh has a pretty solid defense, and that has how they've been winning most of their games. So I think they're actually going to run the ball a good amount, and Ezekiel Elliott will naturally get a decent amount of carries and be able to hit this prop like he has. He's been getting the volume to hit this real low number. It wouldn't take him anything higher than this. And it just bumped up from 14.5 to 15.5. If it bumps up again, I wouldn't take it. I know it's just 1 yard, but as you can see, he's right around this number each time. We need every yard we can get of value. Then lastly, what I've kind of been saying all year, I'm fading Justin Fields. I'm going under 189.5 passing yards, and I know Dallas's defense isn't great. And like I said, I think they will be able to move the ball, but I think that's going to be mostly making plays with his legs, and I think each possession is going to be longer. I think there's going to be a lot of runs for both teams, less pass attempts. So I was considering going over on Justin Fields' rushing yards, but I like this under here. He has been playing the best football of his career, though, I will admit that. So taking his under is very risky. As you can see, a lot of people must be taking his under as well. It literally just moved 3 yards. So we're losing some value there, but I snuck it in at 189.5. So hopefully we stay under. A lot of people are playing the under. And as we've talked about on several times of these shows, sometimes it makes you a little nervous when everyone's playing the same game as you, because if you've paid attention, and we talked about this on Setting the Edge, this past week of how the public is getting absolutely murdered on NFL this year. And that's mostly by spreads, but it also just means people are reading games wrong. We have been on a good streak of 2-1s. We're going to hopefully keep that up. Like I said, we're going to take Justin Fields. It's now 186.5 under. We're going to go to field goal yards combo. We're going to go to Moore over 129.5. Fantasy MVP, Brandon Aubrey, going to continue his bomb of field goals one after another. Then we're going to go to the former great running back and now secondary running back Ezekiel Elliott, 15.5 rushing yards that he has been hitting as well. You see, if you combine all of these two, you can do the flex play with 3 props. You don't have great value, but it is a little bit safer. If only 2 hit, you do get your money back, and you would get 2.25x, which does not lead it to well. So if you played $20, you would win 45. If you want to let it ride with a standard parlay of everything having to hit, and they just removed the field goal prop, so a lot of people must be playing that as well. But now now you can't play it. But it was going to be a 5x. If you play 3 props on Prize Picks, you get a 5x there, and all of them have to hit. So you can play flex plays. I want to make sure all of y'all know that, where not all of your props have to hit, but you do get less payouts even if they do all hit. Or you can play power plays up to 3 props or 4 props, and you get better payouts, but they all have to hit. Once you get into 5 or 6 props at a time, you have to play flex plays, but the multipliers obviously go up a lot higher. For example, I'll add some stuff in here to show y'all. So this is what it looks like if you have 4 plays. 4 correct, you get 9x. On a power play for flex play, 4 correct, you only get 4x. But if only 3 hit, you do get your money back. Let's add in another square here. This is 5 plays. As you can see, you only have the option for flex plays. You get 7x. If 4 are correct, you get 2x. If 3, you still lose money, but you get a little bit back. And then on 6 plays here, for this individual prop, 16x. For 6 correct plays, 5 correct, you get 2x. 4, you get 0.4. As you can see, not all squares actually give out the same value. It's highly dependent. If there's a lot in the same game, same team, it gets real technical depending on sport too. So sometimes those numbers will change a little bit. And then obviously if you have demon or goblins, but that is how the structure works. And if you are in a state that just has arena, that is a little bit different. I won't get into that right now, but be sure to search the arena rules and all the ways you can win, because in arena, if you hit all your bet, you get the full winnings. But if you don't hit all your bet, you're in a group, and if not everyone hits, or not a single person hits, and you tie for the most right, you actually win that way too. But last thing, as always, play $5, get $50 instantly. Use the code F5VE, and let's steal some money from Prize Picks. We are on a hot streak right now. On major money shows, we are giving winning picks out. Let's continue that. And y'all have a good night. Let's enjoy some good football.